Hello everyone, nice to see you all. Just give extra moments to everyone join. Hello Matthew, hi. So today would be the last session for Lark on Air before the end of this year. And for today's session, still we're gonna invite Andy to join us to introduce more about Lark's AnyCross feature. And 2 weeks ago, we went through some basic concepts, the general structure of Lark AnyCross admin console, and basically everything you need to know and master at the first place to better know how to do the integration job with the Lark AnyCross platform. Yes, and as we mentioned before, there are some established templates, connectors that are already being built and provided within our official website that you might try it on. So in today's session, and we're going to show you guys two processes that we've already built and used quite well. The first one is how to operate base through like AnyCross uniform platform. And another one is to trigger like email through the base record. So we're going to give you two practical practices to help us understanding better about like AnyCross platform. And of course, this class would be for the more advanced user. Hopefully, after 2 weeks absorbing and try it on job, now you have a clear view and have so many questions to discuss with us for today's session. Yes? I think it's almost time. 3 minutes has passed. So maybe Andy, you can take from now on and show what you got for us today.
Okay, thanks, Cindy. And let me share my screen. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, fine. Okay, let's start. So, as Cindy just mentioned, from the last time training session, we have introduced about some core features about AnyCross and some key concept that AnyCross has provided, such as how to build a simple workflow to subscribe the message received event and reply the message to the end users. Right. So today we're going to try some complicated cases about how to operate the Lark Base by AnyCross, such as how to create a record, how to query them and modify them, and also how to delete the record of base, right? And finally, I will show how to use a template that to quickly set up a workflow to send an email by the Larkbase, right? So let's start. And before we start, we need to do some preparations. So the first, we need to create a base tables for today's demo. So here I already have it and already create some different kind of fields here, just like the test, the person, and the single option, and also for the date and attachment, right? And another thing is definitely we need to create a Lark consumer app for it. Yeah. So next we can go to the AnyCross console to create our workflow. So here I will already create an empty project for today's demo. Yeah, and we can create a workflow. So first I will show how to create a base record, right? Yes, and this time let's try the manual triggers so we can easily to debug the result. Okay, just create it. Okay, so first step, we can add a Lark Base here. Yeah, it's already a collector for us to help us to integrate with Base. So we can choose action that create a record, right? And next step, we need to give authentication here. So I just create a new one based on our app. This one. Okay, great. Okay, after we add the authentication, so it tells us here we need permissions to edit and manage the base, right? So we can just click config auth to request for the permission, right? And let's give some description and submit. All right, so last time, last step, we can go to the input, right? So first we need to select which base we want to operate, right? So let's choose this one and also select our table, right? And here it also tells us we need to add our app to the base as a collaborator, right? So otherwise we have no access to this base, right? So we can just click add to add our app to the base, right? And after this step, we can check here. So go to the base and click share, right? We can see the collaborators, right? Our application is here. Okay. So after we select our tables, right? The collectors will fetch all the fields automatically, right? Here is the field list, so we can just put some values here, such as the test. And for the person one, here we need to put the user ID here, such as the open ID or user ID, right? So we need to add a new collectors to help us to fetch the user's user ID, right? So we can just click here to add a contact. Right, we use the Lark context to help us to fetch the user informations. Right here, we can select this one, access info of a user, right? And we need to give the authentication as well, right? And here it also said we need to get basic information in context permission, right? We just click config auth to request the permission. Yeah, but here we need to note that here is a config range of the context data to access, right? That means which user you can query it for, right? So you can choose the same with the availability of the application, or you can choose all members, or you can select some members to just add some specific users or department here. Right, okay, now I just select all members. Give some descriptions here and submit. Right, and last is we need to tell the collector which user we want to get the information, right? And yeah, you can search some name here, right? It will show the user list. So now I just select myself, and then we can see the output data will return the open IDs to us. Right, so back to the Larkbase collector, we can just drag the person ID to the context and select the open ID here. Right, and also for the option, this is according to the field configuration about the base, right? So here we can see I just have the 3 options. So we can just type the options to AnyCross, such as I want to select option C. Right, and next is the data type. So here we can also add a helper to help us to get the data format. Right, we can search, yeah. Here is the data type helper. So we just use get current time and come to the input. So here the base collector needs a format of temp step, right? So we can choose a built-in style and select a style as temp step in milliseconds, right? And also you can switch your time zone as needed. Right, and after this, we can just use the data value here to drag it to our datetime helper, collect the result. Right, and next come to the most complicated one is for the attachment, right? So how to upload attachment to the base? So there are 2 steps. So first, when we need to download a file into AnyCross, right? And the next step, we need to upload this file to Larkbase as a material, right? So, and then we can fill the file token here. So let's come to the first step. Here we can search a logdoc file management here, right? And for actions, just search download file. Yeah, this one. And also we give the authentication here, right? Yeah, and it also tells us we need the permissions to access the log space, right? So just click here to submit. Okay, and here to get permission. So here we need to give a file token here to tell the collector which file we want to download, right? So here I already prepared some fields. Yeah, let's open my docs here. Drive this one. Yeah, so for the file tokens, we can get it just from the file URL, right? For example, I want to download this image to the AnyCross, right? So the file token is just like we can copy it from the URL, right? And one more thing is for our authentication, our application currently has no access to this file, right? So we also need to add our applications to the collaborators here, right? But there is no way to add our application or the bot directly to our collaborators, right? So the easy way is we can add a group chat here first, right? As collaborators, here I already create a group chat named the Lark AnyCross expert demo, right? And invite it as a document collaborators, right? And next step, we can open this group chat and click settings to add our bot into this group chat. Right there, this one. Yeah, added. So here we can see our bot has the access to this Lark image, right? And then we come back to the AnyCross. Yeah, and the next step is after we download this file, we need to upload it to the base as a material, right? So here we also need file manager here, right? Yeah, maybe we can I can change some name. This one, call it download. This one, we use upload, right? And we need to select upload material actions, right? This one. And also for the authentication, we need to add it. And now there are some fields we need to configure, right? So first is the file name. We just type a.png. And for the parent, that means which place you want to upload this file as a material, right? So for the base, we can choose the BI table, right? There's an image, and we need to enter the parent node token here, right? This one is just, we can also copy it from the base URL, right? So in the URL, this one is the base token, and this one is the table token, right? And for the view as well, we just copy this token ID and paste it here, right? And for the file size, we can drag it from the download one, yeah, and to get the file. Yeah, and here we need to know the file format, right? I just write it here. Yeah, we can see the download connector will return a file data type, and inside we can get the file size, right? So we just copy it and modify the expression, right? Add the file size here to get the file size, right? And last, we need to get the file content here, and also drag it to use the file, right? That's it. Right, and then we can get the file token in the output of the upload connectors, right? So back to the Lark Base, and just drag the file token to this one, right? And all things has been done, so we can to have a try. Yeah, just click the debug. Right, and here we can see the logs is all success. Right, we have create a log record. Right, so and also we can click here, right, to see here is a new record here. Yeah, everything is fine. Also for the date, the attachment. Right, and yeah, this is a part about how to create a record to the base. Right, let's just save it. So last part, let's create a new workflow to show how to modify the record, right? And also just give a name, base record. Yeah, and also we choose a manual trigger here. Right, so before we update the base record, so the first thing is maybe we need to search the record first, right? So here we first step, we need to add a Larkbase connector here, right? And we can just use the search record actions and give the authentication. Right, and here also we need to select which base you want to search, which table, right? And also we can add some parameter here, just like the page size, or you can add some condition filters, right? So here I just leave it. Okay, and for the output, we can see it will return a list of record here, right, for all items we searched. So here, I just add a loop component here to help us to handle the record one by one, right? And we just use, we can just drag the loop list to the atoms, right? And here, in the loop, so I don't want to modify all the records, right? Maybe we just need to modify the records, which one is has the values here, right? So I can add a branch here to help me to filter the atoms in the loop, right? And also, actually, you can use a list helper here to help you to do some similar things. Yeah, we can search the filter, right? Yeah, it can also help us to filter list, right? You can choose any way you want. So here we just use the branch. Yeah, give a name, update. So here, I can add the conditions to help us to filter the values we want, right? So we can just drag it to the loop atom and to get the fields, right? And here, I want to get the option values, right? And we select equals to the option C. Okay. And then we add a new Larkbase here to help us to update the record, right? We just select update record. Also need authentication, right? And for the input, we also need to select the base, the table, right? And here we need to tell the connector which record you want to modify, right? So we drag it also to the loop item. So here we can find there is a record ID, right? Just click it, right? And also it has list all the field here. We can choose which one we want to update, right? So if you don't want to update the person, you can just delete it, right? And also for the date, we just remove this complicated field, right? And for the test, we can just modify it to another value. And option, we change it to A. Right, and that's it. So we can also click debug to have a test. Yeah, okay, we can see, yeah, because there are a lot of atoms, right? So let's check from the base side. Right here, the test has been updated, the option has updated, right? And the other field I deleted has no change. Right, and here is the part about how to modify the base record, right? And next, we can share how to do the delete. So I think the workflow will be very similar as the update one. So we can just make a copy here, right? Just click copy, right? And give a name. Delete base record. Okay, confirm. Okay, we go to this workflow. So let's check the configurations for the first step. Okay, everything is here. Yeah, and we just come to the branch. So here, I want to delete all the empty values, the record here, right? So we can just edit our conditions, right? So first, just change the name, right? And we can use a condition. Is not, right? That's it. And here we need to change the Larkbase actions to delete record, right? And also for the input, yeah, we need to select the base, the table as well. Yeah, and we need to tell the collector which record ID you want to delete, right? So we just drag it here to get the record ID, right? It's very simple. That's it. Yeah, let's test. Okay, just click debug. Right, and here we can see, yeah, the loop gets some record here. Right, yeah, let's check. Right, and here, all the empty values record has been deleted, right? So that is a part about how to operate the Larkbase from by the AnyCross platform, right? And next one, I just want to show how to create a workflow from a template that can help us to quickly integrate Larkbase to send an email, right? And we can click here to create a workflow. And we can search a template. Yeah, this one. Yeah, so we just use it. Right, so when I click the use buttons, the Lark platform will just copy the whole workflows to my project workspace, right? And here it shows us guidance how to do the configurations step by step, right? So here, but at the beginning we need to do some preparation as well, right? So the first one is we need to create mail authentications that can help us to integrate an SMTP to your email, right? To help you to send the mail. And next, definitely we also need a base table, right? To help us to trigger the workflow, right? Here it's use a webhook trigger here. Yeah, so and for the document here, it has provided us a Lark template, help us to quickly set up this base table, right? Yeah, and here I already create one from the template. Yeah, and also I have already filled some values here, such as the receiver, the subject, the content, and also for the attachment, upload some attachment here. right? And next we can see the logic about the button, right? Click the edit field. Yeah, okay, let's see the action here. All right, so the template has already helped us to set up the action here, right? So we can see when we click the button, the base will just trigger a post request to a URL, right? And pass some data, right? So the only thing we need to change is we need to change this URL to our AnyCross webhook trigger, right? So we come back here to copy it, right? And pass it to this one, right? And we can save it and activate. Yeah, and here we can see we can click it, right? But we need to finish our workflow first, otherwise it will not succeed. Right, so we come back to our workflow, and here we can quickly to do some configurations based on these error messages, right? It tells us some configurations we need to done, right? So first, we need to give the authentication, right? And here is a quick way to set up all the authentications, right? We just apply it. Right, and also for the input, we need to select which base we need to use, right? So we just click here. Okay, is this one? Yeah, and it's also tell us we need to add our app to this base as a collaborator. So we just add it and select the table. Yeah, that's it. And come to the next one. Yeah, it's also need to select the base. Table. Right, and field, yeah, this one. So for send mail, we need to create a location for it, right? You can choose your own email address and mail service and just put your SMTP password here, right? And here I already create one. This is use my Lark mail, right? We can just use it. Yeah, and also if you don't know how to add or how to get your SMTP password, you can see here is the guidance you can click to know how to get the SMTP password, right? Okay, and yeah, the last one. Also, we need to select the base and the table. Okay, I think that's it. It's very simple, right? So we can publish it and just test. Okay, here we publish this workflow. Okay, it's running now, and we can back to our base and click this button to see what happened. Okay, it has been sent. Yeah, and the status has been success, right? So we can check the log here to see. Right here, all the steps has finished, and also we can open our Lark mail to check what has been sent. Right, going to the inbox. Right, we can see here there is the subject, the content, and also the attachment as well. Right. Yeah, I think this is all the part for today. Yeah, so maybe hand over to Cindy.
Yeah, so let's see if we have any questions first. Troubleshooting time. For everyone online, do we have anything more to talk about? It's okay if you don't have. Yeah, you can always post a question in the Q&A bot chat to get the answer from our Help Center bot in the real time. Yes? And question related to the feature? Anything you're concerned? Okay, it's cool. I think we are good now, Andy. And please do keep in mind. So maybe at the mid of January next year, we'll restart the second round webinar. But maybe we're gonna start with a particular training on base only. As we all know from last week, Kim, our senior customer success manager, she did the whole introduction around base, but it looks like the focus was basically on the introduction on some basic features of the concept. Yes, all the time. Are you in the group chat yet? Because we have two group chat. One is called Lark Air, and the other one is called Q&A bot chat. For Lark Air, we're gonna issue all the class schedules, all the meeting recordings into the chat. And for the Q&A bot chat, so that is another group we use to answer the question, to pose the question and help each other. And Andy, if you're available, please help share the QR code of this both chat if you are good, because I'm still on site with the customer and the signal is not that good, so maybe I cannot share the screen from my side. Just takes a few seconds for Andy to share the QR code with you so you can join the group if you are not in the group yet. Yes, so starting next January, we're going to do a second round webinar online. You know, for the first round, we have introductions for the daily users to introduce the essential functions of Lark. And then we have admin console training as well as a pro role training for the administrators. And now we're doing professional trainings for all the developers focusing on AnyCross. So for the second round, we will have a separate class focusing on base only. So this time it will be not only introductions on what is view, what is dashboard, how to build automation, and what is advanced automation. Yes, of course, we are going to introduce what these basic features are, but at the same time, we want really to deliver something funny. So maybe we are going to deploy some more high-end fields, AI fields, to see how we can use all the plugins, extensions within our base, and how to solve actual business pain points, like CRM system, like inventory system, like checklist that you inspection checklist you can use on your daily recheck on your store's franchise business. So for this particular base setting, we're still programming all the content we're going to offer, but for sure, we're going to deliver this January next month. So if you really want to use Base, this zero code platform to help us build a business system with zero effort, so please definitely check in. And still the course, if the course is set, I'm going to release all the related stuff in the Lark Air group chat. Yes, and later I will definitely put the meeting recordings, put the handbooks that we'll be using, the materials we'll be introducing for this course, as well as the feedback channel back to the group. Oh, thank you so much, Andy. Yeah, so of course this page will also be attached. It's actually a little secret, but I think I can share with you guys because currently we are building an external wiki for all the users. And in this wiki, we are going to conclude all the things that you may concern when you are using Lark, from how to set the admin console to the checklist that you may use to make sure everything is onboarding perfectly, and also how to purchase from your side, how to do the subscription. If you have any questions, what kind of help you can use, and where to find all the templates, connectors. So basically everything that you may concern will be concluded in this external wiki, but we're still building this. I think hopefully this wiki will be issued alongside the second round training in the January. And from this page, it's a one pager for all the webinar materials, training materials, all this stuff will be concluded in this page. And here you can see the QR code. The first one is for the group chat to do the course, and the second one for us to ask the questions. Yes? So I think we are good for now. If you do have other questions, we're going to leave another minute for you to raise your hand. If we don't, I think that's all for today. Thank you so much for being with us. You guys are really persistent, super touched. Every time you guys just show up on time. The best encouraging, the best power I could get from you all. Yes? I think we're good for now. So until next time. Yeah, thank you so much. That's all for today. Until next time. Bye. Have a good holiday, everyone. Bye.